I have no light source except for a redstone torch, which is barely a light source. Shit! Hello everyone, I'm Echo, and welcome back to Minecraft. Now, bit of this, bit of that today. Specifically I have an idea for a project I want to do. You could call the project overkill, but I'm not gonna say what the project is exactly, because we've got a bit of prep work to do. Specifically, today's prep work will be a auto, kelp farm. To produce kelp to use as fuel for a super smelter, or at least a decent smelter. A super smelter. Better than like that. Which is just an auto smelter, but like a super smelter smelt a lot of items because the project is going to require a lot of glass. So I decided this would be the best way, as well as something like a super smelter and something to produce a ton of fuel would also be a good thing to just have around for future projects. I have designs I found online. I'll be leaving links to the videos for those in the description so you can build them yourself. Oof. Ow, outside that slight oversight, which I use a path I carved out that way over there to get lava, which I was using for smelting some smooth stone to make these. I was smelting smooth stone for these to spawn proof my tones. I realized the redundancy. It was like an hour time wasted or more. But I realized the redundancy because I want to turn these into ice nether tunnels. Not too long for now. Specifically for the project that I want, because the biome that I want to build my project in, the only one I've been able to find in a copy of the world, which, yes, I'm doing that to kind of help with prep work, because I really can't spend the time trying to find these things in a non-prep world. Basically, yeah, prep world. And oh yeah, I don't have my nether pearls set up correctly, but what am I trying to say? Forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, prep world, I have stuff set up down there. I need a little bit of kelp for the kelp farm. I should also note I have no armor right now because I broke all mine when making the nether tones, because surprise, surprise, building across giant open gaps of nether is quite dangerous. A lot of things can happen. Knocked off, run into piglins because you forgot to wear something gold, run into the copious amounts of skeletons that spawn everywhere in the nether for some fucking reason. Just a lot of things that can go wrong while you're in there. Hey, turtles! Hello. Ooh, that could be useful. I may be back for you. Oh, that doesn't mean good things to your survival, but that just means I'll be back. You seem rather lost, don't you? What are you doing all the way out here? I'm not gonna get hacked by you, but still, what the hell, man? Ooh, buddy. Oh, see a desert town over there. Good, good. I may go check that out while I'm waiting for nighttime. And you're a witch in there. I'm not gonna mess with that for the time being. I may come back to that, as I do know you make witch farms, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna end up doing that, because I can't see any reason for someone like me to have that. I did need a desert anyways, which actually makes this very, very good. Oh, it's an abandoned town. That doesn't mean great things for what I'll find here. Oh, glow squids! I voted for you guys, didn't I? Sorry about this. Nice. Glowing insects. That's actually very useful. That was actually pretty mean. I see a beautiful creature and I slice it up for its sack. Great. Don't call PETA. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what the? I guess I did load new chunks. Whoa, I loaded some of the new caves. Because I have the Caves and Cliffs experimental stuff on. Oh shit. Okay. That was dangerous. Sweet. Well, it's flooded because, you know, Caves and Cliffs stuff, but damn, what is this? An axolotl! I want one! I don't have a bucket though. Shit, don't drown. Okay. I'll be back. I'll be back eventually. Gotta keep that in mind. Write that down somewhere. Yeah, about to swamp to hopefully get some slimes now the sun's gone down. I see myself some slimy boys. It's only one. And it's tiny. At least I only need one piston, so that's good. Died. Did it still drop a slime ball? No. You freaking creepers. Ooh. I see a big one. Come on, creepers. Are we gonna blow up in the water? I got none of slime balls. That creeper did not blow up the slime balls, did he? Nope, there they are. Oh. Okay, it's a glow squid I was seeing. Aw. Poor thing. Here, put you out of your misery. Ooh, wheat is completely done, though I kind of don't need it. I have 63 hay bales in my inventory. So, yeah, I probably don't need that all that much. And for a little while, I won't need it. Make myself a ton of bread. Or make myself a ton of wheat, and then make well over 100 bread. 3 stacks of bread, not bad. Oh, 3 stacks and 14 of bread. I think I had a little bit sitting in my inventory to begin with, so yeah. Bread's better than fish, I think, or at least I consider it better than fish. Okay, I just lost like 20 minutes of footage because Audacity crashed and I didn't notice. But for most part, I think a good majority of it's still there. I got the signs, made the pistons, made all this stuff. We're making an auto, kelp, and super smelter. Just to make sure you heard that part. And yeah, we're heading off to the desert now to go make that. As well, I may explore a fortress after, or I may set up an enchanting room, or I may do both. But for the time being, the main point of this episode is the super smelter and kelp farm to fuel it, as those are 2 main things I need to get all the glass for the bigger current series project that we're going to be doing. This has nothing to do with the base. It's just a project I decided to do. I thought up, it's an idea I've had in my head for a while, but I haven't been doing series for the past few months, so haven't had an opportunity to actually try and implement it. But it's going to require crap ton glass because it's very big. It involves a dome, if you're curious. Yeah, let's not bother him for the time being. Fuck. Another cave, damn. Why is it flooded? Why are all these caves flooded? Is that lapis? That's so I can't mine that because I'm drowning. Okay. Jesus. Okay, let's go. Let's find a nice spot to set this smelter up. Actually, right here should be perfect. Make a bit of room in my inventory. As well, the other part you might have missed was the fact that I'm going to be hooking up the nether portals for these different places that I do during the videos, off camera, because frankly you don't want to watch me hook up another portal system. That's boring. Like, pretty freaking boring. Even for me. Whoa, I didn't notice that when I was over here before. Look at that mountain. Like, that's a normal savanna mountain. That's... Holy crap, what is up with the seed I have? This was a randomly generated seed, I think. That mountain is gnarly. And the amount of mobs is pretty deadly. I didn't bring a bed. Stupidly enough, I did not bring one. The village should have some, actually. I guess these would be new chunks, because I've never been over here, so I'm getting a lot of the caves and cliffs stuff, which is interesting. I have no clue how much of the train generation is caves and cliffs, and, I guess that's kind of one thing I do worry about, as I know there is a second caves and cliffs update still on its way. I do kind of worry a little bit about, well, making it even more difficult for me in the future to find new chunks, shall we say. Find new chunks, which would involve the new caves and cliffs items, like finding crystal for something like spyglass, which I kind of want, will be sort of difficult. I do want to try and make an iron farm at some point or another, though I'm not sure if that's possible with bedrock redstone. Not exactly sure, but if it is, I will research into it, as I can imagine iron farm would be quite useful to fix my iron situation. Though honestly, I can't imagine myself using iron. I say that, and then I had used a fair bit of iron to do this build, which was still quite shocking. There we go. May overgathered a little bit on how much wood I needed. It's way too much, because this is now like 3 stacks, I think, in the logs, but that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Let's get to work. I will be following the tutorials for these. Blue one! Aren't you rare? I don't have time. I need to get some stone for a lever because I forgot to make that. I only made the stick part of a lever. Ow. Make a nice dong out of a piston sand. I don't think. Oh. I'm immature, okay? I'm immature. Oof. I don't have a good way to... Ah, okay, that works. I wasn't paying attention, but I didn't have a good way down from there. And I believe it's more glass here and here. And I have as much spare glass as I thought I did. Nope. Not even kind of. Though I will be adding more storage to this eventually, because remember, this is meant to be what I use to power a super smelter, which means I'm gonna have to run this a fair bit. Hoppers can't go upside down, so I should be able to place this on the back of the chest and have it going properly. Nice. The ladders are meant for me to be able to get up and down later on, but I can place them in now. Okay, panes in there. Just so you know, just in case you don't go and watch the videos on the description made by JC Plays, that's play with a Z. Kind of like how I'm Echo Gaming with an E, because there's already an Echo Gaming. I'm assuming there's already an JC Plays with an S. But the pane similar to how with sorting systems, at least in Java Edition, the chests are a little bit smaller. So by running an ice stream and having a chest at the end for where the items are supposed to go then go over the hoppers to then get sorted, by having a chest there, it allows items to slam up against it and then be just on the verge of being able to be sucked up by the hopper, but also not get stuck in the hopper, and it allows them to move quickly over ice as well, sort of thing. Yeah, that's a really interesting thing I learned from Mumbo watching his Hermitcraft series. Oh, there's a zombie with a shovel below me. Crap. At least I don't know how to use water, but I actually have to get down now. Ow, you bastard. Oh, no wait. I have one more test to do, which I do not need the video to do. First of all, it's part of it's breaking down this tower and going to sleep so I don't get attacked by anything else. As well, I also made this platform pretty big because somewhere on here I want to have a nether portal. I'll probably have the super smelter here and then a portal here to connect up, because you have to make the portal where you are. Basically where you want the portal to come out, you make it there. Then you use the nether portal calculator, you go to that same position, the nether, you build it, and then you break the previous one, all that stuff, you know. If you know anything about Minecraft, you probably know how to hook up a portal. Redstone there, and now, all should be completed. I like how the water is a different color because of the fact that it's a savanna that we're in, not a savanna, a desert. And now, I believe, yeah, that should be all for that part. For at least this bit, the kelp, which will be the fuel for a super smelter. I want to do this because I already tried this out in creative in a testing world just to see whether or not it worked before I started recording. And like, I still can't believe this works. The music's turned off. You may notice that the game sound probably just turned off. That's because this seems quite annoying, but quite loud, actually. I cannot believe this works. Like, that's not editing or anything. That's real. I don't fully understand why it works, but the way the guy described it was the sand moving below with the sticky piston updates the kelp, making it grow instantly, which then allows this piston to break it, so on and so forth. You know how an automatic farm would work, except it's growing it instantly, which is just frankly bonkers. Ow. It's just like, I made this, and yet I still don't believe my eyes that it actually works. Now, frankly, considering this kinda seems like a glitch, it may get patched out, or Mojang may leave it in. I mean, some glitches they've left alone because, frankly, there's no point in fixing it. It's not game breaking. And, like, we've had duplication glitches forever. Now, being honest, I probably should have brought some coal with me, because to get the kelp started as fuel, I'm gonna need to use some of my coal supplies first. And then from there, it will, from there, once I have gotten it started with the coal supplies, then it will be easy enough to, what the hell am I trying to say? Once it's started with the coal supplies, I'll be able to just use the dried kelp to then produce, because one coal can smelt 9 dried kelp, I believe. Something like that. You get the point. You get what I'm getting at. Okay, let's do this then. So 2 chests. I really wish I had something like scaffolding. That would be amazing in this situation. I may have to go grab those extra blocks I left behind. Son of a bitch. Then some redstone, which I do not have in my hotbar. You know what, Shield? Get out of here. I feel very unlikely I'm gonna have... It feels very unlikely I'm gonna have to use you. And we started that. The thrusting motion. You know, out of all the things I'm always prepared to be able to deal with, whether it be my recording system not wanting to record, or, you know, whatever else, you know, anything else of that sort, the one thing I'm never prepared for is, Audacity crashing. I'm never prepared for that. 1, 2, 3... I cannot believe this platform is just big enough for all this stuff, and a portal. And, frankly... right here, could be a little bit of storage, and I think, no, I think I'd have to expand the platform out one more to kind of add a wall, so I think I'm gonna have to run some redstone back here, but just in general, pretty damn good. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that I'd have to take my headphones off, and I prefer not taking my headphones off, I would have this thing running the whole time to produce kelp so I could start the process of producing the fuel, but yeah, I don't want to hear that the whole time. I don't feel comfortable taking my headphones off because if I get killed by something, I'll respawn and then I'll have to kill it, and that'll be annoying. I don't like having to respawn placing in the furnaces. Now, if you don't know how this one works and you don't feel like going and watching the guy's video, which it's a pretty decent video, I admit. I'd say maybe go watch his, maybe he explains it a bit better, I can't remember. I'm not listening to them, I'm just following them visually. But, basically this is a piston feed tape. It moves these blocks around. They're pretty common. They can get pretty decent size. They're actually pretty fun and cool. But this one will, because of the way the redstone is offset, it will basically feed the line of pistons. Actually, I need to place that back now because I can't move that because that's an immovable object. But it will feed tape the pistons around, allowing them to gather fuel items evenly, which what a normal one in like Java would do, except those aren't possible because of the differences in the way the redstone works between Java and Bedrock. Which I never understood that. Why the hell does redstone work different in Bedrock than it does in Java? Why wouldn't they just copy paste it? Unless there was some specific reason why it wouldn't work that way. I don't know. Outside the differences in the way the code would have to be written, I can't really think of any reason. He puts his over the first furnace here in the feed tape. I'm gonna put mine on the second. It's not gonna change much other than I don't want to risk it accidentally trying to move the furnace before the item has a chance to go in, and then that glitching out the item and resulting in not only breaking everything but also getting rid of an item. Okay, now I need to where are there's my slabs. Let's say like this and this. I can't remember what I don't think he ever actually explains why this part's necessary, but it's for some signal or another. Actually, okay, I need to do a extra slab as I have mine moved over one. This is to lock up the hoppers when it's not in use, so it doesn't just pour everything into one chest. And let's go on the cue of the skeleton standing there. I'd say we need to take a little rest. And I need ow, damn it, just burn, you prick. Oh, you gotta be joking me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to expand the platform, put a wall up, because I cannot have you idiots coming in on my platforms like that. And not burning. I can't have you idiots in here and around the hoppers and redstone. You're gonna break something. Is the super smelter and kelp farm done? Got all of this for one project. So I'm going to test the furnace moving parts. Yeah, they're supposed to be flashing like that. Don't worry about that. But yeah, it all should be working. I will definitely never be wearing headphones when I am farming here. I want to get the axolotl. I don't have anywhere for them yet, so I'm going to leave them there for the time being, but trust me, I'm going to be getting some. Is there any coal down here? There is. I'm going to get a bit of coal, because if I get enough coal to get the farm going, then essentially it'll be going. I think they changed the way you drown. I was losing hearts in like a 3-tick pulse. It would like hurt me, hurt me, hurt me, stop, hurt me, hurt me, hurt me. But I may have just grabbed a bit of stuff. Okay, so side one, front one. Actually, no, back one is fuel inputs. Nothing should be going in because it's turned off, turned on. It's gonna get really annoying. Okay, try it again. This time with the correct configurations, and yeah, they're starting to work You see, those are the 3 main ones. It's gonna put kelp all around, but these should work. Once the kelp's cooked, it should work. There we go, dry kelp. AKA dry kelp block, which can then be used. So of course, this is gonna require some amount of manual extra to it. It's gonna require me doing stuff as well, but basically, let me look up real quick. Holy shit. Dried kelp blocks can smell 20 items each. Holy shit. Wait, what? I knew dried kelp was a decent fuel source. So basically, that one block will give me 20 dried kelp, which will give me several more blocks. So on and so forth. So I'm gonna be, basically, yeah. I'm gonna produce more fuel than I'll use to produce the fuel. It's an infinite source of fuel, essentially, as long as this thing's running. Okay, taking the headphones off, because that's a nightmare to listen to. Outside of it being an absolute fucking nightmare to listen to, that is incredibly good. Like, incredibly good. Holy shit, I mean, I assumed it would be decent. I assumed it could cook more than enough blocks to be able to offset itself, but not 20. Not 20 blocks each. I wasn't expecting that. There's not even any more kelp in the system. This was not exactly what I was expecting when I did this system. When I started using this system. I put that into the wrong input slot. I should probably... I should use the glow squidding to make some glowing signs for specifically... or item frames for specifically this one you put items in, this one you put fuel in, and then the, you know, output one is very clear. And the amount of XP I can get from that is pretty good as well. Okay, now both the nightmares are shut off. I'm able to put my headphones back on. I will have to set up the portal off camera because, frankly, that's boring. It's boring work, boring calculation stuff, but, yeah. Holy shit. I see a desert temple. I just noticed that. Okay, let's go see what's in the desert temple. I'll go back and write down the coordinates. I didn't think about that. Even though I'm recording, so I can just look back at the recording if I need coordinates. That's the funniest part. Like, because I record relatively constantly, because I do a fair bit of the prep work beforehand, so I'm not really recording for all that long. Essentially, it means I can look at my coordinates anytime because I don't have to pull up an F5 menu like you do on Java, so my coordinates are constantly displayed. I have no light source except for a redstone torch, which is barely a light source. Shit! That almost went wrong. The water pushed me onto the TNT, which set it off. But then, because I was quick enough on the draw, I was able to drop the water down to the lit TNT and stop it from, you know, going off. Well, it still went off, but I, at the very least, stopped it from blowing up the rest of them and not killing me, but at least breaking the chest and possibly destroying the loot. Oh, that would explain the water. Freaking water cave right here. Water cave? Flooded cave. God, this is so cool. It's so creepy as well, because of just... well, it's just terrifying to be down here. You can't really mine. It's absolutely terrifying. And may have me a little stuck. There we go. We're out of danger. Relatively. It's still nighttime in the deserts. In the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, only relatively out of danger. So those 2 blocks are gonna equal 40 items smelted. So those 2 blocks will allow me to produce 2 more fuel blocks. No. Actually, one of those fuel blocks will allow me to produce 2 more fuel blocks. If I'm using the fuel to its max capacity, you know, filling the top chest with kelp and then, you know, adding fuel as I can. Essentially, one of those will give me 2 fuel blocks. Those 2 will give me 4. Those 4 will give me 8. I think it's just like a multiplier of 2. Because 1 block gives you 2 back. Because it's 9 per. But then you also have to equate for like the, because it's only 18, which leaves you with 2 after for the 20 items it makes. So, yeah. It's a multiplication of 2, and then you have to every so many factor in the extra 2, which would eventually equal up to another block with an extra 1. It's more complicated math than I care to try and wrap my head around, because I guess it's simple. I don't know. I just don't care to figure it out. I just know it's a crap ton of fuel. I know it's probably boring to see me look at these, but I mean, come on, they're just cool. Hoping to see a bit of crystal down here, so I can just nab some. Ow. See what I mean? It kind of stopped hurting me for a second, and then it would have started again if I stayed down long enough. Let's go ahead and go see if we can find some crystal, because I do want a spyglass. Actually, what does a spyglass take? I know copper. I can also find copper while I'm down there. I just kind of want one. They're kind of neat. Yeah, 2 copper, 1 crystal. Ah, this part isn't flooded. Okay, easy enough then. Let's go find some amethyst. Wish I kind of tried that earlier. Didn't think about the fact that only the top layer might be flooded. Oof! That was a bad idea. Holy shit, I ended up in a big cave. I should not have dug straight down like that. Ooh, buddy, that was a bad idea. Hey! Sweet! Ow! Sweet, I love the noise they make. It's actually really nice, and you are exactly what I'm looking for. Copper ingots later. Now, I have a spyglass. Oh, I love that. That's so cool, and that can go super far. It's a little hard to tell down here in the cave, but let's go ahead and get up top. Somehow. God, I would love to build a base down here. I'm pretty sure there's like berries as well down here. Berries that hang from the ceiling or something like that. I don't know where to find them. Don't really see them anywhere. So to get them then. I know I said I wouldn't abuse this, but if I do it in a fun way, I can. And yeah, that was actually a lot closer than it appeared to be. That's spyglass words actually. That's such a good distance you can zoom. It looks like I'm right there, and yet I'm just over here. It's insane. I love this thing so much. It's fun. I love the noise it makes. Okay, I'm too entertained. Let's end this episode off here. But for now, hope you all enjoyed this episode of Minecraft. If you did, think about leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Other than that, be good, be well. I'll see all of you in the next one. Goodbye.